versus Hollywood in under 3 minutes. Hollywood was created to usurp Thomas Edison. Why? Good question. Because he monopolized the film industry and made it virtually illegal to make films. He started by inventing all sorts of equipment like cameras and projectors and patented every aspect of everything he created. Then he made America's first film, The Blacksmith Shop, which inspired others to make films in their own cameras. But guess what? He had patents on all the cameras. So he just started suing everybody. No film for you, loser. Eventually, his competitors were popping up faster than he could sue them. So he encouraged them to all team up and run the film industry together. Only the successful ones, of course. They called themselves the Edison Trust. And everyone was scared of the Edison Trust. I'm shaking in my boots, the Trust is after me. The Trust made silent films that were only 10 to 15 seconds long, and there were theaters popping up left and right to show these films. They were the hot new thing, and they were priced for the upper middle class at a whopping 50 cents a film. The working class started creating theaters for their own for a nickel a film. These theaters were called Nickelodeon because they cost a nickel, and Odeon is Greek for film. The Nickelodeons were showing films that were 15 to 20 minutes long, illegally. Life of crime, criminals. And they were popular. And Thomas Edison's blood was boiling. He didn't like that the Nickelodeons were getting so popular, so he sued the majority of them and shut them down. The ones that wanted to stay in business had to rent his films, rent his projectors, and charge his prices, 50 cents. The ones who couldn't afford that, sayonara brokey. No room for you in your empty pocket. Europe was busy making feature films that had storylines and were over an hour long. The Nickelodeon owners told Edison, well, if you want us to show your films and charge your prices, can you give us something worth showing? Maybe create a feature film. No, said Edison. And that's why the monopolies are bad, because instead of going to support another filmmaker, they had to buy his films of legit people sneezing to stay in business. Look at this. What? These Nickelodeon owners were not going down without a fight. They started making their own films, but then they were promptly attacked by the Trust goons. They were beat up, their equipment was broken with bats, and they were ran out of town. Some of them even ran to Cuba. Carl Laemmle, a successful Nickelodeon owner, was the biggest rebel to the Trust at the time. He was branded an outlaw and sued over 239 times, all because he made films. You would think he was hacking people up. He eventually encouraged some big filmmakers to join him and created what became known as the Universal Studios. Take that. They moved to Cali, which was too expensive, so they landed in its cheap and desolate neighbor, Hollywood, and they started making films there. Hollywood was created. Meanwhile, William Fox, who was vastly successful in the film industry, was evading the Trust and whining and dining politicians. He convinced them to disband the Trust, being that it was an illegal monopoly. He told them, hey guys, no more free films for you and the family. I'm gonna have to close, the Trust is after me. Ah. Boom, it works. After the Trust was taken down, Edison said, okay, whatever, I'm rich, I'm smart. I'm gonna go make some rubber tires for Ford and bully another industry. Fox eventually moved to Hollywood and opened up Fox Studios. The Warner Brothers, who had just about given up, opened their studio, MGM, Paramount, and you already know, Universal did as well. It's interesting that